piece of your soul. You're not in control, just giving you.
What is good, people? Sasuke the Savage here to talk about an iconic series, the one and only Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I'm saying? This is a series that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm talking about it now because I assume most people already know, but if you didn't know, the mangaka, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Kazuki Takahashi, passed away today. It says I'm dropping frames. I don't know if let me know if the stream is going all right. Keep saying I'm dropping frames. But he passed away age 60. Apparently it was a drowning incident. I don't know any more details other than that, but sad situation. I mean, he still had a lot of life left. But I want to talk about the legacy he left behind. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of those iconic shonen series and series in general, just manga in general, and it's one of those series that lives beyond what's in the manga, what's in the anime, because of the cards. I don't think people understand. I often always look back and think, what's the anime, what's the manga that got me into other anime and manga? I think I can trace it back to Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball was the first anime I believed I watched. But I always give credit to Naruto for being. Oh, it's looking choppy. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's lagging. And it was funny too because I made fun of JD for the same shit, but now I'm having the same issues. I'll try to close. Let me see what happens when I do that. I guess what's the issue? Usually I don't have this issue. Like I said, it's funny because I made fun of JD for the same shit last night. Maybe his goons up there, I don't know, Kako, you know what I'm saying? He must got his goons. It's dropping frames, but the audio's fine. I don't know what the issue is. Check the health of your internet. Check the injustice server. Lower your bit rate. Shit. Lower my bit rate then, Nick. Let's see. I can't do nothing about that right now. Yeah, it is karma, man. Damn. Nothing. I don't see what the issue is. Maybe it's because I started the stream immediately after starting up my computer. Because my PC needs time. This is a old ass PC. It needs time. So maybe it's because I didn't let it, get his little warm ups. You know what I'm saying? It came into the game, didn't stretch, didn't drink no water. So the motherfucker, I don't know. It must be gassed. I said the audio's fine, so. It's whatever. As long as the audio is fine, it's fine. But back to what I was saying. I guess I'll kind of start over a little bit. I try to look back at my roots of anime and manga, and Dragon Ball was the first anime I watched. But Naruto was my gateway because Naruto made me go, okay, now I want to try other anime. What's another anime like Naruto? And then I probably went into something like Fairy Tail or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how how things went from there. But Yu-Gi-Oh! I often don't talk about as being my gateway because, for one, it was one of those series, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Americans, I'll just say Americans since I'm an American, can relate to us watching Yu-Gi-Oh! But not acknowledging that as an anime. A lot of us caught it on 4Kids and whatnot, so for us, it was just another cartoon. We didn't acknowledge it as an anime. It's the same thing with Pokemon. A lot of us don't acknowledge it as an anime or a manga or anything like that. For us, it was just a cartoon. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of those series that I don't often talk about for being my gateway to anime or manga, but it probably implanted seeds into my head to get into stuff like that without me even knowing it. Again, Naruto was something that I acknowledged as an anime and consciously went into other stuff, and Dragon Ball was the first anime I ever watched. So, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Had to be somewhere down that line. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon had to be somewhere down that line as being one of the pioneers of this weeb shit. You feel me? So yeah, man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an iconic series, like I said before, that lives beyond just the content of the anime and manga because of them damn Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Listen, I used to be a collective of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I had me a dual disc. I had a friend who lived upstairs that had Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. A friend that lived across the street from me had Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Motherfucker had a whole, you know how people had the CD cases back in the day? Whole little binder of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards just sitting there. What you want, bro? You want this Blue Eyes, Nick? You want this? Hey, we had a Just Your God cards too. Don't get it twisted. I had me a Ween Dragon of Raw until my little brother, bitch ass nigga, ripped my shit. You feel me? Fake Obelisk on deck. Slife of the Sky Dragons. It was like that. Man, listen. Having Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards was a symbol of status when you were a child, bro. You had a Ween Dragon of Raw, bro. You the man. Fuck muscles. Fuck a gold chain. Fuck money. If you had a Ween Dragon of Raw, you come into school like, you hear a nigga whisper, "Shut the fuck up, nigga." You see this? That's a motherfucking badge at that point. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was that iconic as a child. And it's crazy too because this year I read all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, not all of Yu-Gi-Oh! But all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. So not including GX or any of the other ones after it. I read all of it. I enjoyed the series. It had its ups and downs. But man, I got to give it appreciation because that last volume, I always want a series to end good. Everybody does. But for me, the ending affects my enjoyment so much more than everything that precedes it. If you can end a series good, even if you had shaky parts, I'm probably going to remember it fondly. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of those series that ended so great. Like that last volume was so great. I would probably get that volume like a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. It was that great. It ended so great that I had it like going into that last volume. I was thinking like, this shit kind of mid, bro. I like some moments, but bruh, this nigga just be fumbling so much. That last volume made me go, nah, this is a good series. It was a good series. It was a good series. And that's just reading the manga. The anime is what a lot of people are attached to when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't plan to revisit that, but bruh, the anime days, dog. Listen, man. Ween Dragon of Raw with the yellow swirl in the back, so you know it's real. Hey, shout out to the hustlers, man. Hey, shout out to Takahashi because he had an avenue for brothers to get paid because niggas was selling fake Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. They wasn't selling. It was like the dark one or the dark monster, and then the attack and defense would be infinite. That motherfucker, we didn't even have a number on that bitch. Listen, nigga. And niggas was hustling. Niggas was for real hustling. They was selling it. Like I said, they wasn't selling to me because I was fact checking yo. I was looking at the back of that motherfucker, got my magnifying glass. Oh no. This shit fake. Oh no. What a Takahashi on the back. I'm looking at the swirls and shit. Oh no, it's an inconsistency right there, nigga. This not matching up. And I'm feeling on the pad. No, this shit feel cheap, nigga. No. What a shiny thing at on the bottom right? What? No. No, I was G checking, nigga. I was like, no, this ain't. It's fake. Hell nah, boy. I could tell by the coloring too. Like, nigga. I was on them Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bro. I had me a little a dual pouch, dual disc, nigga. Yu-Gi-Oh was that series, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh was that series. As a matter of fact, I asked people if they wanted to join in on this. I was going to talk solo for a little bit. I'm probably still going to talk solo for a little bit. Nobody say anything to it, so I'll just keep going. But Bat Synchro Summon the Cool Jet from 5Ds was golded. Sasuke, you got physicals? No. I planned on getting them. It's a lot of volumes though. It's like 30 something volumes, and right now I've been trying to stack my money, so I've been not buying volumes because and plus I'm really running out of space. My room is real small. So right now we just on the saving money arc, but eventually I'll get to the Yu-Gi-Oh volumes as well as Dragon Ball because that needs to be done. I don't know if I'll go into get into Dragon Ball Z volumes, but yeah. But man, Yu-Gi-Oh needs a lot of credit because I don't know if it was the gateway for other people to get into manga and anime or whatever, but it should just be acknowledged as an iconic series nonetheless because a lot of people grew up off of Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, all this shit. And all those other series get its credit. Maybe Pokemon to a lesser, or Pokemon gets it to a lesser degree, and I'm just talking about anime and manga, but it still lives on just because of the video games, if nothing else. And Yu-Gi-Oh lives on through its like with Duel Links and shit like that. And there's probably still people who collect the cards. I'm not gonna say a eulogy. I don't know Takahashi personally. That's just gonna sound stupid coming from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the man personally. I could just talk about what he's given to us through his legacy, what he created. So hopefully, I mean, you know, I feel like that's the least I can do with this series having as big of an impact as it had on my life. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people can relate to having this being like the staple of their anime and manga life. Because even if you didn't acknowledge it as that, it still struck a chord in your childhood. And when it comes to actual content, I said this on Twitter. Him creating Maximilian Pegasus doesn't get talked about often enough. Pegasus is one of the most iconic shonen villains ever. And that doesn't get talked about enough. You hear about the Miriams of the world. You hear about motherfucking Frieza. Some people even throw like Cell in there. Of course, people throw Vegeta in there. Of course, Madara, Pain, Aizen. Talk about Pegasus. Let's talk about Pegasus. Can we talk about Pegasus? There needs to be a dialogue on Maximilian Pegasus. Just in the vacuum of the Yu-Gi-Oh series, I feel like, him being a major antagonist, him and Merrick are the most iconic. And I don't know if this is blasphemous, but I think Pegasus was the villain everybody remembers. I think he's the villain everybody remembers from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, when you think back on Yu-Gi-Oh!, you think, Kaiba boy, Yugi boy. Everybody remembers that line. Everybody. Sipping wine, looking at, seeing through you with the Millennium Eye, reading y'all boys, making jokes, trolling, whooping ass. That's Pegasus. You feel me? I remember maybe like 3 years back, it was me and a couple of other people on Dustin Stream. Shout out to my boy Dustin. We did a stream of like this bracket of villains, just anime manga villains in general. Nothing being dictated by genre or demographics of shonen, seinen, just villains in general. Pegasus made the cut as a nomination. He was on that list. He got into the top 4 with Griffith, I believe, Miriam, and somebody else. It may have been Eisen or somebody like that. He made it in the top 4, and it was so funny because we weren't talking about what he was actually doing in the series. All we kept saying was Pegasus. Like, it would be like Pegasus versus somebody, and we would go, Yugi boy, Kaiba boy, and then everybody would say that, laugh, and then go, yeah, Pegasus better than this nigga, straight like that. And you know why, like, that's still, it may sound stupid, but you want to know why that's relevant? It's because he's memorable. Everybody remembers him. I still think he's a great villain besides all the trolling and the funny shit. But everybody remembers this nigga. But he's not talked about enough. Everybody remembers him. It takes a lot for you to, after all these years, still be remembered in the minds of people like that. Especially with everybody remembers that motherfucker. Because of one line or 2 lines. Yugi boy, Kaiba boy. Everybody remembers the motherfucker. And I'm not even talking about some of the shit that he did, bro. Let's talk about how he beat Yugi without even being there. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how he did a recording and beat Yugi with the fucking recording. Sent the recording to his house, beat Yugi, took his grandpa's soul. Give me this shit, boy. And it's the first chapter. First fucking chapter he doing this shit. It spanned over more chapters than but I'm saying he did all the shit, established his presence. People like Kaiba. It's because of him being people like Kaiba because of his rivalry with Yugi, not because of the villainy. Because a lot of people didn't go into Yugi because the anime is called like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero or something like that, and that's when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was really wild, when Yugi was actually killing niggas. It was before the whole the persona of Yami Yugi was established, but it was a lot different. So, and that's when Kaiba was a villain, and I don't think people remember that as much as they do the next portion of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, like, Kaiba as a villain, yeah, you know, he was a villain, but I definitely think Pegasus was more iconic as a villain. But I'm not here to really talk about that. Do you think Hunter x Hunter is better than Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite series, but fuck all that. Fuck Hunter x Hunter. We talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. Fuck Hunter x Hunter. Took his grandpa's soul off rip. That shit, boy. And then had an island. He said, yo, bring your best. Weevil, take your bitch ass over here. Take your nerd ass over here to this island. What's the old boy's name? His name is like Ryuzaki in a manga, but I forgot. I think they call him Rex Raptor or something like that. Like the bastardized English name. Rex, take your ass over here. Rex Source 77, take your ass over here to this island, boy. You ain't got shit to do. You ain't getting no bitches. My Valentine, bring your, you know what I'm saying? Bring your pretty ass, you know what I'm saying? Straight, come on, shawty. Yugi, bring your ass here, boy. Kaiba, bring your ass here, boy. Got all the best duelists to one island, made them fight amongst each other, and then he was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fade all y'all, or y'all gonna fade each other, and then you gonna fade me. You gonna have the opportunity to fade me, because he was really about that shit. It was one scene too where Pegasus I forgot who it was. No. It was Bandit Keith. It was Bandit Keith. Bandit Keith was playing a little kid in a tournament, and then Kaiba told the little he was coaching a little kid and got the little kid to beat Bandit Keith. And mind you, Bandit Keith was a champion in America, so it's not like he was a scrub or anything like that. That nigga was a certified legend. And Kaiba or Pegasus coached up a little kid to beat a fucking champion. You know what I'm saying? He was just like that. And then he took Kaiba's brother's soul. Give me that shit. Took his little bro's soul. And then when he tried to get his little payback, smack that nigga. Smack that nigga. Kaiba said, run me my ones, Kaiba. You can't be doing that shit, bro. That's my little bro. Tried to get it back in blood, got turned into a motherfucking duppy. Nigga, you done too. Give me your soul too. 3 souls for the price of 1. And he was like that. Eventually, you gonna get your ass beat, especially if you're a shonen villain. It doesn't happen too often where the shonen villain wins in the very end. Maybe that Joey became a top 3 duelist. My sheer plot armor. I had a weird relationship with Jonichi. Like, he earned my respect in Duelist. Was it Duelist Kingdom? Basically, he earned my respect when he went up against Merrick. That match with Merrick was one of the best duels in Yu-Gi-Oh! Period. I don't care what nobody says. That's one of the best duels. My favorite duel has to be Yugi versus Yami. And I'm glad I took the time to actually read it, cause it's just one of those series, bro, that where I feel that you just gotta revisit, especially if you consider yourself a real anime manga fan. You gotta revisit it at some point, you know, cause I watched episodes here and there as a child, but I never watched or peeped the whole series. So I'm glad I did that with the manga. It would have probably been cleaner with the anime just for the voice acting and everything else, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Mai, you know what I'm saying, in the background. Clean as heroine. And hey, y'all be seeing some of these shonen heroines they have now. They don't be hitting like that. I ain't gonna cap. They don't be hitting like that. My Valentine though, she put in her work. She actually was gonna beat Merrick if it wasn't for that stupid ass convenient shit of you had to recite the spell to for Wing Dragon of Rada. Nigga, that wasn't on the card. Stop lying, bruh. Niggas was making up rules. Niggas say you had to recite the spell for him to obey you, and you had to only certain niggas can read this. I say, nigga, get your ass out of here, boy. Fuck you talking about? My was about to whoop his ass though if it wasn't for that bullshit. Merrick had a lot of bullshit saving him to beat Grill, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my dog, showing these main heroines how to get this shit done. Even though, y'all would know her as Taya. She was supposed to be the main heroine, and that kind of fell apart. But you feel me? It happens. No, Merrick is now his is terrible. Merrick is terrible. Merrick should have got beat like 3 damn times. He should have got beat like 3 damn times. That's what made me like. That's why I was like, yo, Pegasus is just way better than him, because Pegasus was just. I mean, he had the Millennium Eye, of course, but like you knew that. Merrick was making up shit on the spot. I was like, yo, what the hell? Like ultimately, I liked him just because he was really getting niggas out of the paint. But he should not have been lasting that long. You feel me? And then this Bat story, man, I'm going to say it. I don't care that your father was abusing you. He was low-key right. He should have killed your ass, bro. Look what you became. Ew. Let me look for these panels though, cause that last duel with Yugi and Yami, woo. Yeah, he was in the lab. That one, he was cooking up something. Oh, I gotta unmute this. I had to mute it cause somebody was talking too much. Where my Yu-Gi-Oh thread at? Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright. Yu-Gi-Oh was Plot Armor City. What's good, QR? What up, Sasuke? RP to the legend. Long live Yu-Gi-Oh, my child. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Let me open it up on here. Alright. Yu-Gi-Oh. Bro, this last duel, man. Oh, look at this shit. Ah! Oh, shit. Look at this, man. It was all love during this battle, man. It was all love, bro. My partner predicted my last card. You surpassed me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Izusu. Can't even say her name right. EA in the chat, what's good? Sky, what's good? I may have never been a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but it's sad to hear of the passing of the creator. So sad, for sure. That's why I want to make this more of an appreciation. You know, think about the good times of Yu-Gi-Oh. Think about the times that it got you through your childhood. Because Yu-Gi-Oh, I didn't even like 4Kids like that. But Yu-Gi-Oh was the series I would watch if I was going to watch that channel. So, you know what I'm saying? Strike the final blow, my partner, my friend. You see the tears, man. I don't wanna hurt you, bro. Oh man. That shit was iconic. Yeah, this the part I wanted to read. Sasuke, what the other Millennium items do? I mean, they do a lot. So what did the rod do? So they did a lot. I'll say that. I know I think the rod, did it like transfer like his consciousness into other people or something like that? Man, it's too much, bro. It's too much, bro. Mary getting hit was not moving me because it's a regular part of my Middle Eastern child. Okay. Damn. Man, fuck the Millennium Idols. If I were you, I wouldn't cry. I'm too weak. You are my hero, my goal. I want to be strong like you. That's all. You're not weak. You always had a power that no one else could beat. The power of kindness. Okay, that's kind of soft. But I was in the moment. That's what I learned from you, partner. The courage you showed by fighting me showed me the path I must take. Other me. No, this the part. Other me. No, Yugi. I'm not the other you anymore. And you are no one else but you. You are Yugi. The only Yugi Moto in the world. Oh my God. Only Yugi Moto in the world. Oh shit. Damn, bro. Even if you're a king, you're still Yugi. Even if 1,000 years pass, we'll always be friends. Yes, we'll never forget you. And then when he walks out that door, bro. Damn, bro. This right here, this panel. Oh my God, bro. This panel right here. 5Ds is the best one, if we're being honest. Never. I mean, I remember when it was airing. I never wanted to get into it because I was like, niggas on motorcycles. I was like, that's not Raw. 4Kids is definitely censor out the guns. Yeah. I think in one scene where Bandit Keith has the gun to oh no, I'm not talking about the cards.
Most censored Yu-Gi-Oh moments. For this list, we'll be looking at the darker,
RP old buddy,
more
Yu-Gi-Oh had me
scandalous
moving them
scenes
cards
of the
like I was moving
original
dope.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
anime series, and how the English dub anime list. Yugi's duel with the Twisted Arcana truly was an epic showdown.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this because this was like a Jigsaw ass atmosphere because like the blade was gonna rip through whoever lost the match. I don't remember how the anime did this.
Magician versus Dark Magician with incredibly high stakes.
Bandit Keith a scrub.
However, the final fate of the loser differs between both dubs. In the original Japanese dub, whoever loses the duel would get their legs violently chopped off.
Another point for people who like hate on dubs or whatever. I never have a problem when people hate on dubs specifically. Hold on, what the fuck? Specifically for doing stuff like this with censorship. But it'll be people who hate on dubs because the voice actors or actresses don't sound similar to the sub. That's when I have my issue. But shit like this, censorship, or like they're changing the meaning of what they're saying, like with localization and shit like that, I think that's a more valid complaint than just, I don't like how this bitch sounds.
The American dub, however, the swords were given a blue glow and named Dark Energy Discs that send anyone they touch to the Shadow Realm.
It's a dark energy disc, Yugi, and I wouldn't get too close.
Okay, now that's trash. Satsuki, you rate the insect or water god? Oh, what was his English name? What was his English name? Mako Tsunami, I think that's what they called him. Mako Tsunami and Weevil. Mako was actually alright. He was alright. Weevil actually felt that he was a good duelist, but he got hold. I don't think he should have lost that duel with Joey. So yeah, it's funny though because I used to use a Weevil deck on Duel Links. I would always play with the character Pegasus, but I would have a Weevil type of deck, like I forgot what strategy to call it, but it was like this. I would have the Parasite card and everything like that. So, Insector Haga, Insector. We've got the best moment in Yu-Gi history. When he threw his Exodia at the water. Shout out to him for that, bro. He said, "Get this cheating ass bullshit, get this cheating ass shit out of here, bro." So he said, "Stop cheating, nigga." Shout out to him, bro.
One touch and your mind's banished to the Shadow Realm.
Obviously, its legs getting amputated is pretty graphic for kids' television, so it was necessary to change by 4Kids, even if both duelists were able to make it out of the duel intact. Number 9. What really happened to Merrick's father? Both versions painted a very different picture of Merrick Ishtar. The American dub shows him as a power-hungry ex-Tomb Keeper wanting to steal Yami's power, while the original has Marek only wanting payback for all the pain his heritage caused him, especially thanks to his own father.
絶対僕なんか死んじゃうんだ
He was getting his
In
ass
the original,
whooped.
Marek puts an end to his dad in the most permanent and fatal way.
I'm pretty sure in the manga he was
Counter
like
this,
torturing
the
him.
English dub has Marek simply banish his father to the Shadow Realm with no trace of the original grisly deed to be found.
Now then, Father, time to send you to the Shadow Realm. The future is...
Number 8, Mai's Harpy Ladies. We all know Mai Valentine's true
They must
ace in
have
the
they must
hole
have got
is
like
her
some
Harpy Ladies.
fan service
Ferocious,
censorship.
beautiful, and slightly scandalous. In the original Japanese dub, the Harpies' attires tend to be very revealing. They also occasionally don armor with questionable attributes.
ハッピーレディ山のフィールド敵をパワーアップ
To keep things kid-friendly, the US dub and international card prints have these vicious beauties covered up in bodysuits and armor that are way less suggestive.
Oh, that's trash. Oh no, they got her wearing like a swimsuit. That's trash. That's what they was doing to Demon Slayer. The Chinese niggas. What you seen what they was doing to Demon Slayer? Actually, I didn't hate that censorship, but I did hate the censorship when they was changing blood into cum. That's like some Jesus shit. Like turn water into wine, blood become semen. Shit was disgusting. The deep voice filter they use for Evil Dawns is hilarious. Yeah. It makes you remember it, though. Sasuke, how much USD to take part in the Shadow Duel? They put that nigga in the basement like they did Nami's mom. Harpy's debt was lit. I liked her Amazoness. The Harpies were cool, but I liked the Amazoness.
My samurai sushi!
Oh, cards, speak to me!
We may not enjoy it, but it's still marketed
So was the armor censorship? Because the armor actually is cool. Like, I like the armor. The gold armor is cool.
as a children's anime and card game, and not all countries are very lenient on risque material, even if there's no real harm. Even the iconic Dark had to have her more mature assets reduced to avoid getting into trouble.
Yes, of course. They're the lights of the spirits within.
Number 7. Mai's Punishment. Sometimes a little censoring is understandable in case things get too intense, such is the case for Mai's duel against Yami Marek. Throughout the whole battle, Mai was forced to endure all kinds of torture.
Want anything graphic or anything like that? Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, that's why these kids soft now. Y'all censoring that, bruh. It wasn't even anything bad.
クジャク前貴様のどこに心の弱さがあるか俺には手に取るようにわかるんだよこの目は人の真実を見抜くことに長けていてね
Her ultimate outcome when she loses is depressing either way. In the English dub, she is trapped in isolation in the Shadow Realm while her memories slowly fade away. While in the original, she's trapped inside her mind, losing her memories until she eventually perishes.
このラーのカードの上にあるのは記憶を吸い取る砂だ全身が埋まればお前の記憶も全て消え死の闇に身を沈めていくんだゆっくりゆっくりと
Number 6. The Fate of Alistair's Brother. All of Dance's minions have their own respective tragic backstories in the Waking the Dragons arc.
These niggas was not in.
But in the original, there was no Shadow Realm. It was actually designed for the American dub by 4Kids as a way of toning down the darker elements of the Japanese dub, especially for the more fatal aspects. For example, Yugi and Kaiba's double duel with Loomis and Umbra on the skyscraper. In the English dub, whoever loses all their life points first would plunge into the Shadow Realm through the glass.
ライフカウンターがゼロになった瞬間にプレイヤーの足元の爆破装置が作動足 だとなるガラスが破壊されプレイヤーはビルの屋上から落下する
In the original, the outcome is a lot more straightforward. The losers plummet through the floor and fall straight to their demise. Honestly, we're still not sure if there's a difference.
That's because the very surface on which we stand is a
How do you fall through the glass and go to the Shadow Realm? Like it's gonna be a portal waiting for you, nigga? What the fuck?
4. Taya versus the Mugger / Predator. Taya and Yugi have been best friends ever since he saved her life.
There was some
Though
guy
the
who like
setup
snatched
for
her
the
up or something like
rescue
that.
can be told in one of two ways. In the original, Taya was blackmailed by a creepy man with a video camera.
Oh,
for
okay.
good intentions.
Okay, they talking about something different.
あんたこそこんなことしてただで済むと思ってんの
In the American adaptation, the camera is edited out, and the creep is a mugger who tricked Taya so he could rob her.
Just hand over all the money you got in your purse, lady, and nobody'll get hurt.
The reason for this
I
change
can
was
understand
obvious
that, 'cause this
and
is
much
weird, bro.
needed, as the situation could have ended up way
Yeah,
worse.
that's
Either
that's
way, it leads
that's
to a
insane,
happy ending
dog.
where Yugi comes in
I
to
think that's
take
I
out
think
the
that's
trash.
anime original too. I may be wrong though.
Coward. Let's see how bold you are when someone stands up to you.
Number 3, final or death.
Oh, that's trash.
You never want to mess with Ouija boards, especially one in the hands of Yami Bakura. In his duel with Yugi, he plays the Destiny board trap card that could guarantee him victory once he plays all 4 spirit message cards over
Imagine
time.
they
In the
changed laws
Japanese
like the
version,
tattoos on his
when all
finger to
5
final
cards are
instead
in
of
play,
death.
they spell
That's so
out the
garbage.
word
I'd be mad
death,
as hell.
a fitting message.
Matter of fact, I wonder if
considering
four
Bakura's
kids.
ghoulish
I don't think 4
strategy.
kids got that far.
T-E-A-T-H です
そうだ死の宣告デスの5文字が揃ったらたとえ貴様にライフが残っていようともその瞬間貴様は抹殺されるんだ
However, the guys at
Would you
4
take a
Kids
sign-in
thought death was a bit too
reboot of the
extreme for
first
their
season of
dub,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
So
No.
they had it changed to final
Just-
instead.
Literally just don't watch the dub. That's all you have to do.
Letters left.
While final doesn't
don't watch the
have
dub.
the same edge, it still would have meant kittens for the King of Games had it not been for Slifer the Sky
The dub is
Dragon
what does
winning
the
him
censorship.
duel. Number 2, the Millennium Rod's hidden surprise. In addition to its terrifying mind control
What is this?
powers, it turns out that Merrick's Millennium Rod had a hidden blade in the staff's shaft.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what did they censor this shit for? Like a candy
俺
cane?
が闇への生贄にしてやる
You'd only know that if you watched the original dub, since all known traces of the blade were removed / edited out from the English dub. More than once in the Japanese dub, Yami Marek has snuck into the unconscious Odeon's room and draws the knife, ready to slay his other half's loyal servant for good.
ルイシド死の闇が迎えに来たぞ
Of course, in the American dub, the blade is edited out, and instead Yami Marek just plans to send Odeon to the Shadow Realm as usual, though the edit is more than a little off.
Odeon, it's time to do what I should have done ages ago.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our
Bro.
channel and ring the bell
Why
to
do
get
they do that,
notified
bro?
about our latest
It's
videos.
not holding
You have the
nothing.
option to be notified
Okay,
for
bro.
occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on
Shut the fuck up,
notifications. Number 1.
Yeah,
the
okay.
finger guns.
Okay, I knew they was gonna
We all
talk
knew
about
this
this one.
was coming. It's too hokey to not mention even once. The original Japanese dub wasn't afraid to have the bad guys pull guns
Literally wasn't.
on other characters, but 4
Like
Kids
he Yusuke.
recognized how the use of real firearms is taboo for children's programming. Their ultimate solution: edit the firearms and any instances of them shooting at anyone out of the episodes.
動くな海馬瀬戸我々と一緒に来てもらう
Unfortunately, this runs the risk of making the edited scene look silly, with the bad guys pointing their fingers at someone, trying and failing to be intimidating.
Let's go, Kaiba.
On your feet.
Mr. Pegasus would like to have a few words with
Just
you.
pointing at that
I
nigga.
bet he would.
Come with us or we're
This infamously
snitching.
goofy edit really waters down the intensity
Oh my
the original
God.
anime had to offer. but it definitely makes the English dub memorable one way or another.
And you know what I think Kaiba did in the manga? I'm pretty sure he threw a Yu-Gi-Oh card at him and jammed their gun. Yeah. He jammed the he jammed the hammer of the gun with yeah. Damn, I've been streaming almost for an hour. I thought this shit was gonna be 30 minutes to be real. Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon got the worst English censorships. That's how just 4Kids was, man. But now I think that's gotten a lot better. Yeah, Kaiba jammed a gun by flicking a card at it. What's good, Lystra? Hey, stop! Hey, what are you doing? Oh, hell no. But I guess the only thing they could do is edit the gun. I'm just thinking, like, could they have done like something better to make that scene feel real? Nigga just going, hey. Okay. Oh man. I feel like I talked about most of everything I want. I guess I'll just close things out by saying legendary series that needs to be talked about more so among like influential shonen series, and some of the characters too. Like I said, I feel Pegasus should be talked about as one of those icon villains, because we talk about Frieza and I get why everybody loves Frieza, but he's a very shallow villain. All right, because a lot of people just want complexity in their villain. Not to say that is what a great villain is, that they need to be complex, because sometimes simple is enough. But you have villains like that, but you don't talk about Pegasus. Why? Why is that? Why you ain't talking about Pegasus? He should be talked about more as one of those great antagonists. You know, especially if you limited it to shonen. You feel me? Because he had presence. Probably was the funniest character in the entire series. Super entertaining. And more often than not, he was winning. He only lost one battle. He only lost once. He didn't really have any bullshit coming his way too. We knew about the Millennium Eye from the beginning. It's not like he in Toon World, bruh. Toon World. Come on, bruh. Trolling Kaiba with that Toon World. I would bring that up, but I don't think they got a cut version that I like. Wait, it wasn't a boxing glove. It was just like a mallet. I don't know what you're talking about. The card game is still influential. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like Yu-Gi-Oh lives on past the manga and anime content because of the cards, because of games and everything like that. I bet you it's a whole bunch of people playing Duel Links right now. You ain't finna get me, cause Duel Links pisses me the fuck off. Oh, it pisses me the fuck off. But you know, it had its place in my heart, and I'll always remember it as being one of those like pioneer series for me, for anime and manga. But this series defied classic, no question. So rest in peace to Kazuki Takahiro. I think I said his name. Kazuki Takahiro. I want to make sure I'm right. I can't leave it Takahashi. I said Takahiro. Rest in peace.